Please select destination.
Hello and welcome to another InGame. This time I want to talk a bit about Defiance and how changes can add or lose interest in things. Excuse me. Of course, we're kind of pinned down now. So while I take care of this, why don't you head off and I'll meet you back at the crater bar. Tell you all about it. Go this out to this place. Well, we sort of made it out there in one piece. So, first things first, a little bit of exposition. This is the world of Defiance. It's a TV show and a game, and the two sort of interact with each other as the storylines track side by side, and some of the characters swap between the two as well. It's kind of cool. The setting is Earth, but it's been radically changed by terraforming technologies brought here by the Votan races. Technologies which ran wild when their massive spaceships, the Arks, blew up over the planet, nobody knows why, and scattered bits of tech all over the place. The bottom line is that the place is a mess. Civilizations crumbled into city-states and roaming bands of raiders and ex-military ne'er-do-wells who want to make their own little empires. In the middle of this, there's your Ark Hunter, who's trying to make a living killing the bad guys, mutated critters, and gathering up Ark tech from the periodic falls from the massive debris that's in orbit. There, now you know where I am. The reason I'm here today is to tell you about a couple of things which in turn engaged me and turned me away. The first I'll call the Plague storyline. This introduced plague-carrying victims into the game in advance of a set of episode missions. These are missions linked directly to the plot of the TV series, where you send a cure for the very same affliction to the city of Defiance, where the name comes from, to cure a real live folks in the show. In-game, the victims were seen as patients in treatment centres or as ravening zombie-like creatures seeking to do nothing more than spread the disease and eat your brain. Okay, I might have made that last bit. I really liked this. It brought a different set of challenges to the shooter bits. There was a set of missions which you could run through which further immersed you into the world, and you could then watch the TV show and know deep in your heart that when they head out to get the cure, it's the cure that you sent down there. It was fun. It ramped up well to the final mission, and that was hard enough to feel like it was an accomplishment when I got through it. But then the curveball came. The Volge. These are a Votan race which should really have been left behind when the Votan systems blew up, but somehow got smuggled aboard one of the Arks. Seriously, don't ask. They represent the basic archetypal trolls. Cannon fodder, nothing but fight. Massively built, big old weapons, and a really genuinely pissed off demeanour. We first saw the Volge in the TV show as a force heading towards the city bent on mayhem and destruction. Usual stuff. In the game, they've been split up and placed in smaller groups, 2s and 3s, at roadblocks and next to crashed vehicles, often right where the objectives for some of the side missions are located, and this really ticked me off. I solo in Defiance, as I do in pretty much all the games I play, and the Volge in these situations are basically a bit too tough to take on your own. I did manage to clear 2 away from a particular mission target, only to have them replaced by 3 more. Not fun, and I ran away very, very quickly. It's really spoiled the game for me. Up until that point, I'd bounced off the difficulty curve a couple of times, respawned and learned. But with these idiots, there's no learning. They're just hard, and they're getting in the way of completing some of the side missions that I want to do, and it's really frustrating. I've moved on to a new territory now. It's over in what was San Francisco. It's a different landscape, and I'm starting to go through the process again. But the Volge really did cause me to take a step back. Maybe, like the plague victims, there'll be a temporary inclusion and then they'll go away. Maybe they'll come back in a more canon way. The Volge in the show actually live in large caves and colonies under the new Earth. But frankly, if I've never got to deal with these meatheads again, it will be too soon. So, right now, I'm off to earn some scrip. I'll see you next time.